Well, hello to you on this rainy day. My name's Christina. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3, and this is a day in our life. Good morning, Katie. Are you hungry? Where's Chucky Kanucky? There's Chucky Kanucky. Hi. You guys hungry? I get you something. This is scraping the bottom of the barrel right here. Come on, scrape. I'm getting it. If ever I feel there's something I should be doing, what should I be doing right now? It's probably dishes. There's always dishes, right? And laundry. So dishes and laundry all day, it feels like. All right, so today I am really catching up on a lot of things. Last week was like the craziest week we'd had in a long time. We had Girl Scouts, Cub Scouts, basketball practice, basketball games, baseball practice, a birthday party. I mean, it was just nuts. So this week we are just trying to catch everything up, and finally I'm at a point where I feel like I can breathe. I'm gonna run these scraps out to the chickie birds. This is just a reminder that if you have chickens, you may want to plant some beets right now so that you can make beet pickled eggs. Let me stir that up so you can see the eggs under there. And there we go. Those are good. We've been collecting our eggshells in a coffee can, and now I'm going to go ahead and bake them in the oven and mash them up to mix in with the chicken feed. It adds calcium back to their diet, which they need for their eggs, so it's just kind of keeping that cycle going. Rosalee and I are going to make some cupcakes. They are coconut and lime curd flavored. Well, I guess the cupcakes themselves are coconut, and then we will squeeze some lime curd in there, and we've got a Swiss meringue buttercream with some coconut flavoring and lime zest in it that we'll top the cupcakes with later. They're actually leftover Swiss meringue and leftover curd from when I made a cake for Carter's birthday, so I just thought we'd go ahead and make another batch of cupcakes and try to use that up. She said it smells, oopsie, oh, I'll get you back.
That was terrible.
That was terrible. I'm so sorry.
Now you're going this way.
Now you smell fantastic.
No, Mom. No.
Mommy's so crazy. Mommy's so crazy. So what you said.
Yes. But I still love you.
Then I still love you.
And we're not so bad.
We're not so bad, though. I love you.
We don't.
I used up all the butter making the cake for Carter's party, so I really didn't have butter to make this version. So the recipe I used for the party and the one I'm using today is different. I'll go ahead and link both. The one for the party was definitely a better cake, but this one uses no eggs and no butter. So that might be a nice one to save if ever you need it. The big two are working on some independent work, and it seems like Miss Rosalee has come down with something. She doesn't usually nap in the morning like this. Carter picked this up for Brian at the library. We're getting some bees, and he was like, Daddy would like this book. So this is Brian's reading. We're still cleaning up for my son's birthday party. Can you guess what the theme was? Rosalee brought me this box yesterday and said, "Will you marry me?" And inside it is a little monkey, a little baby bottle, and a little blanket.
the blind man finally says that by a feet. Hearts like doors. Unknown. Who knows who did it? Hearts like doors will open with ease to very, very little keys. And don't forget that 2 of these are thank you, sir, and if you please. Can make that into a song, yeah. Let's read it again. Hearts like doors will open with ease. 2 very, very little keys. That was not this, type 2. And don't forget that 2 of these are thank you, sir, and if you please. And if you please.
Boy.
Alright, number 1. Impossible.
The puppy chased a sunbeam all around the house. He thought it was a bee or a little golden mouse. He thought it was a spider on a silver string. Anything else?
Well, Awen and I work on some schoolwork upstairs. Carter's going to stay down here and do his math, and little Rosalee is still asleep. She is not feeling well. And now we're going to go ahead and read our Bible today, and we're going to do our read aloud. We're reading from the book of Matthew right now, and our read aloud, I think, is called The 21 Red Balloons. And we just started it the other day, and it's fantastic, although a bit wordy, but I like words, so it's okay. For lunch, we're having fried meatloaf sandwiches, and actually, Awen just wants the meatloaf. She doesn't want a sandwich, but Carter and I are having sandwiches, and they're going to be delicious. I'm not a fan of ground beef, so these are ground pork, and the recipe came from the back of a bottle of A1 sauce. So I'll put that recipe down below if you haven't tried it before. My son really likes it. I like it too, so here we go. So I basically make it like a grilled cheese, but I like to put the meatloaf in the microwave first just to kind of give it a jump start.
So we are playing Monopoly, Mario version. It's Mario, and so it's Carter's turn. I bought these.
1, 2, 3, 4,
This is the
5.
question mark.
Oh no, I have to owe you 2.
Carter got this for his birthday from a friend, and the kids have really enjoyed it. I wasn't sure I wanted to play because Monopoly takes forever and it's painful, but this version actually goes pretty fast, so I recommend it. The cupcakes have cooled, the kids are playing. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of these. We are big fans of the Great British Baking Show and Nailed It and all that stuff, so it is a really fun and exciting project to do something like this and to finally be using these gifts my husband got me for Christmas. I've got a sick little girl. We've been studying world geography, and it just so happens that we are landing in Russia today. We are flying from Japan and landing in Russia. So we do the passport thing. I always ask them their names and act like I'm checking their picture and ask them about their nationality and their birthplace and all those things just to kind of help cement that vocabulary. And for Rosalee, I usually ask things like her birthday or her full name or where she, how old she is and things like that. And in the passport, I go ahead and write where they're headed, and once they land, they get a little flag that I stamp into their passports also. Well, I really tape it, but when we fly in the airplane, I always take this opportunity to introduce the children to the new books in the book basket that pertain to the country that we are flying to. So this is the time when we do our book basket. And as a fun little treat, I play stewardess and they get a little snack. I forgot to get a snack for Russia this week though, so I happen to have some Pocky in the pantry from the last time we were on our plane, and they were able to have that as a departing gift from Japan. When we land, we do the passport thing, we do a currency exchange where we exchange the currency from the last country to the new, so here we went from the yen to the ruble, and we also listened to the national anthem. And I also pulled up on Google the conversion information so that the kids could see how the value of the ruble has changed recently. I sent the kids outside to get some dirt for a science experiment, and naturally they decided they needed to play in the mud. So I gave them a half hour or so to go outside and play, and you know they brought all that mud inside. They tried not to, but you know, it's a mess. That's okay. But they're outside playing in the mud. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up in here, even though in just a few minutes they're gonna come in and it'll be dirty again. And I'll get some dinner going. On the menu tonight is some chicken and broccoli Alfredo with French bread and a garlic herb dipping sauce. I have to clarify, I said on the menu tonight as if I actually prepared a menu. Last week was so crazy and I am in catch-up mode. There is no meal planning going on at this moment. We are in survival mode. And I did have some broccoli in the refrigerator that I knew needed used up, and so that was kind of the idea or the thing I was going off of to try to get some dinner together. What's going on so far?
So there's just dirt on top of gelatin.
But just imagine in your head, this is permafrost, this is the dirt. If the dirt might be hard on the bottom.
Okay.
It might get
This part here we're saying is the permafrost. Tell me about it. What is
It's ice.
It's the frozen ground,
Yes.
right? This is the ground that's frozen, and it's been frozen for how long?
2 years.
At least 2 years, right? And then this on top is your dirt. Could plants grow here?
Yeah.
Plants could grow here,
But not down there.
but not down there. Would you be able to have long roots
No.
with this? No. The only plants with shallow roots could grow. So would you expect to see a lot of big trees?
No.
Probably not. Or
They're-
they're not needing anything.
Unless like the permafrost somehow was there when the trees started to grow, well the trees would actually die, I think.
Alright, and then during the winter,
Oh, gee, babe.
I did.
You did?
alright, you'll have some snow and stuff on top. Right? What's gonna happen to that over time?
It will start sinking down and turn to the permafrost.
Mom,
Kind
it's
of
gonna melt.
Yeah, but don't poke your finger through it. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, really.
AON.
It's Jello.
It's chill. Okay? Alright, right. But it's not, that's not what the ground would feel like.
Oh yeah,
That's
it was
Jell-O.
harder.
It would feel like frozen ground under, okay?
Like it would feel like
So-
this.
It'd feel like this. It'll feel like hard.
So when this melts, what's gonna happen to our dirt?
It's gonna
It's
grow.
gonna be really muddy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's gonna be really muddy. Alright, let's just leave it there. Don't play with it.
Are we gonna just kind of? Are we gonna make? That's what I was gonna say. Are we gonna make conversations on past couple days?
Not for days.
Or for like, but, you know.
An hour.
Yeah.
I'll leave recipes down below for dinner for the chicken Alfredo with broccoli and the French bread. It was a pretty good dinner. I've never come across a French bread recipe that called for you to roll it out and then roll it up like maybe you would for cinnamon rolls or something. I'm not sure why that is. It came out fine, but I don't know that I'm gonna do that next time. While I made dinner, Sweet Rosalee played on ABC Mouse. For this recipe, I have 1 pound of penne pasta, 4 cups of chopped broccoli, 2 skinny jars of Alfredo sauce, and a pint of chicken. For the dipping sauce for the bread, I take a garlic herb spread and I put it on a dish, and then I cover that with olive oil. I sure have sweet kids clearing the table for me. I love nights like these when we aren't busy and we can just sit around the table and chat and hang out, and having a plate full of bread to keep munching on is maybe not healthy, but it sure is delightful. While I cleaned up dinner, the kids played baseball. They used a dryer ball because it's about the right size, and Carter and Brian especially were tossing it back and forth and getting some practice in. Take it in, folks. The sink is clean for a minute. Awen and I were listening to some music and folding clothes while the boys and Rosalie were playing with the Legos, and then I think we're going to go have some couch time.
Don't mind if it's Mario Party.
I don't mind.
You don't mind Mario Party?
Yeah.
My sister and her family got Carter Mario Party for his birthday, and it is an excellent game. A very fun way to spend time as a family. I'm not so good at this sword game that you're seeing here, but it's a good time. I'll leave a link down below. It might make a great Easter gift or something. Well, Rosalie says she's getting tired and wants to go to bed, so I'm going to take her back to the room there while everybody else snuggles up and watches a movie.
So, I got a hot fever because I just got a hot fever. I just got a hot fever.
You're hot and you have a fever, huh?
And I got some medicine.
Yes. Are you going to take a rest?
I am when I'm done playing with my toys and looking.
Okay, can you tell everybody night-night?
Night-night. Night-night, Paw Patrol. Night-night. Strawberry.